Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of our Shepherd Staff. In this episode, we wanted to talk about doubting God. What does it actually mean to doubt in God? It is so easy to say, I trust in God, but how do we know it? How do we remain strong when facing doubt? With certainty, we have all experienced doubt in our lives. We may say in prayer, Father, I entrust these cares to you, but do we actually let go? Do we really believe that He is able to do what we are asking? Would it even matter to us? Throughout the Bible, we have dozens, if not hundreds, of stories about those who doubted what God had promised them or doubted that He could act on their behalf. If we look to the Gospel of John in chapter 20, starting at verse 24, Jesus had been resurrected and had appeared to some of the disciples. When Thomas heard that Jesus was alive, he said he needed to see and touch Jesus to believe it. When Jesus appeared to him, and Thomas saw him and touched him, he then believed. And Jesus said in verse 29, You believe because you have seen me. Blessed are those who believe without seeing me. It is good to be skeptical. We must seek to question what we are told. But when it comes to God, we need to trust in Him completely. In Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6, King Solomon says, Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. How often do we try to use our own understanding to make sense of the world we are living in? When we become overwhelmed by the troubles of life, it becomes very easy to lose our focus on God and doubt His power in our lives. In Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 33, Jesus had sent His disciples ahead in a boat, while He remained behind to pray. When the disciples were on the lake, there was a fierce storm. Jesus appeared to His disciples and walked on the water toward them. In verse 28 it says, Then Peter called to Him, Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you, walking on the water. Yes, come, Jesus said. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and waves, he was terrified and began to sink. Save me, Lord, he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. You have so little faith, Jesus said. Why did you doubt me? The troubles of life can be like a storm, rocking our boat and scaring us into doubting God. But we must remember to keep our eyes on Him, for with Him we can do all things. Our prayer for this episode. Holy Father, thank you for being with me. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you that even in my moments of doubt, you are right here with me, guiding me and strengthening me. When doubt overtakes me, help me to remember that you are in control, not just over my life, but over all things. I hope this message was inspiring and reminds you, in times of doubt, that God is always with you. Until next time, stay safe and stay blessed.